Jack opens up under the gun with 4-3 offsuit. Karrissa calls with Queen 7 of hearts. Bill calls with Ace 9 offsuit. Ace of hearts. Luke folds with 9-8 off. Jan calls under the gun +4 with King 4 off. Looks like Matt's gonna call as well with Queen Jack. Clay wakes up with pocket 5s in the cutoff. John folds with Queen Deuce off. Michael's gonna see a flop with King 8 suited, and Curt checks it out. We go to a flop here.
Bingo.
Okay, burn cards are already gone.
Flop comes out Jack 10-3 rainbow.
Curtis.
Looks like we've got 8 players in this hand.
Check.
Michael checks. Kurt's gonna check. Looks like Jack's gonna make it 500. Karissa's gonna fold her 2 suited cards. Bill says no. Jan says no. Matt's gonna put in the flat call, and so does Clay. Michael folds. Looks like Kurt's gonna call this one. We're down to 4 players now.
Curtis.
The turn comes Jack of hearts. Matt's got
Bill,
trip
You were
jacks.
talking about Jack's not hitting.
Yeah, Jack 3.
Made up for it, didn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, I did not have one this time.
Kurt makes it 1,000 from the big blind. Jack's gonna make the call.
Matt, 1,000 to go.
Matt makes it 3.
Are you in the hot seat tonight or what?
Clay's got to look at his cards again.
Dang.
Folds out the 2 pair.
Clay folds.
It looks
Curtis,
like Matt's gonna
2,000
take
go.
this one. Everyone else is drawn dead at this point.
$2,000 and there's about 7,000. I think I want to call.
Kurt calls Matt's 3,000, making the pot over 12,000 in chips. Jack puts in the call as well. The river comes Jack of clubs. Matt's got quads with a queen kicker.
Can't do that when you're not in the hand.
Kurt and Jack are just looking at this. They've both got a full house. Jack's full of 10s for Kurt and Jack's full of 3s for Jack. Let's see what Kurt does.
Remember the hand you got in with John all back?
That's fair.
Yeah,
But fair enough.
Hey, did you see him lay down trip 7s the other night? To me, I was impressed with that.
Check.
Kurt's gonna check, and Jack looks like he's gonna put in a bet to 2,000.
2,000 is the bet, Mr. Matt.
Matt says no, sir, and he puts it up to 5,000. Kurt's got a decision to make here. He's looking at the board thinking he's got the top boat.
I think Curtis has your decision.
Kurt has to figure out if he's going to be splitting this pot or if someone else around him has a jack, pocket queens, kings, or aces.
I'm in this.
Kurt's
deep. I
pot
gotta
committed,
see
and he's going to call it.
3,000 to go, Jack.
Jack goes ahead and puts in the call as well.
There it is. Show me.
My
Kurt
book
shows
with
he's
the
got the
10.
10. And Matt shows down with the jack to take down this almost 30,000 chip pot.
That's why I was like,
That puts Matt almost to
I
71,000
got
in
the
chips.
boat. I got to see it, but because
I had him on a jack the whole
I was thinking, I was like,
He wasn't re-raising.
any pair higher.
Hot seats at
I was thinking any pair higher than my 10s is going to beat it because of the boat. I didn't realize either way it was going to do it, but I had to.
Put that one aside, that's the 5,000.
All right, this is hand 6 of the second blind level, 200, 400. Jan makes the call with Jack 9.
folds.
Matt calls with Queen 10 of hearts. Clay's gonna fold his spades.
Watching one of those videos of the day and it was a humor.
John will as well. Michael calls with Jack 4 of diamonds.
Wow.
And they were flying.
Kurt's thinking about it.
That's insane.
You know what we should get sometime is with the
He makes it 800.
yeah.
Jack
One of those.
Jack says no.
In a good show.
Yeah, how much are they? Yeah,
He's already been trying.
Carissa call.
Karissa's gonna call with ace 5 off.
4 for a used one?
Yeah.
For a good one.
400 to go.
Bill says no.
Oh, of course.
Hey, you got her petting you. You don't need me to do it
My
too.
big blind
Yeah, I've
work.
been looking, Bill.
I'll call.
Luke's gonna defend his big blind with King 8.
And it was Curtis?
300.
Yes.
Pleasure. It was all mine.
Jan says yes.
I'll call. So you're spoiled.
Matt calls as well. Michael too.
Y'all help him out down there. Push the.
Only drove 2 people off.
See, that 400 didn't scare anybody. 3, 6.
It's hard to see the blacks when the light reflects off them, or the purples. They look like blacks.
They do look the same, honestly, like from where I'm at.
Luke.
Flop comes out 3-5-9.
Check.
Check.
Luke checks, Jan checks, Matt checks.
1200.
Michael checks as well. Curt makes it 1200. Everyone says I have a piece of that. Karissa's thinking about it.
It's me. You
She
know,
puts in the call.
I'm no threat. I always bet.
Luke folds it out.
Call.
Jan calls as well. So does Matt.
Call. Nobody's scared.
Michael didn't get any of it. He's going to fold.
Michael folded.
Michael folded, yes.
I'll shake in my boots the next one.
We're down to 4.
Everybody's got something, so.
Turn comes out 2 of hearts.
Check.
Matt.
3 hearts out there. Matt's got the flush.
Curtis.
Check.
Checks around. And the last card's a 4 of hearts.
Jan.
Karissa's got the straight flush.
1200 is to that. Matt.
Jan's going to raise it up. 1200. Matt still thinks he's good.
Everybody's got something. So another call that I'm beat. What is it?
1200.
Well, at least you're consistent.
I want to see it.
Kurt makes the call.
You're gonna see it anyway, 'cause there's 2 callers.
And Karissa says absolutely.
Flush.
Queen high.
Jan shows. Matt shows. And there's the ace of hearts.
Yeah, you have a straight flush.
Carissa with the straight flush, taking down an almost 15,000 chip pot.
This gets all y'all's chips.
I think that's the first one we've seen here on the stream.
I had a straight.
Yeah.
Every time I
And on the river, too.
See the hearts out there. I'm like, everybody's calling. Everybody's got a heart. I don't have a heart.
No, it's
That's why I was somebody didn't have a 6
I
or
was so
8.
deep in it for 1200. I want to see it. Show
Luke's
me.
gonna be. Jan, you're gonna be.
We're at hand 34 of the 500 1,000 blinds. Jan opens up with 7-4 suited. She folds. Matt calls with ace-9 of clubs. Clay's got pocket threes.
John folds. Michael
John's going to fold.
folds. Curtis
Michael says nope.
calls.
Kurt's going to call with the ace-7 of spades. Jack folds his 4 deuce. Karissa with her 8-6 is gone. Bill says no. Luke says call with jack deuce in the big blind. Looks like Clay raised it up to 2,000.
Matt.
Clay's got trip threes. Flops out there king 3 ace of diamonds.
Luke.
Clay raises to 3. Kurt says yes, calls for the 3,000. Luke's looking and he calls. Matt calls as well.
Scared, are they?
That ace is looking good to everybody except for Clay.
Sorry, I'm shaking my boots.
You didn't scare nobody.
Luke.
And there's the 3rd diamond for Luke.
Check.
8 of diamonds is going to basically solidify this. Clay needs a boat of some sort, pair the board or something to be able to get this out.
Call.
He makes it 6, trying to run somebody away. Kurt says not going to happen. Luke's really thinking about it. What other cards can win? Queen of diamonds, king of diamonds. Looks like he's going to make a bet.
12,000.
Raise to 12.
He raises it to 12. Matt's going to say nope.
Clay.
Not going to happen with that top pair.
I'm gonna let it go.
Curtis.
Clay lets his trip threes go.
I got something to say. I can't do it when you have cards.
That board screams.
Gonna let Luke and Kurt fight it out.
It does.
Not you.
Not you. We're talking over here. We're talking.
You're talking about the Frozen song, right?
That's it.
Go, let it go.
It's just another 6,000 and you count the pot.
No, you got to count the bet that comes after the last card.
Was it?
He was already out.
I was already out. I didn't call.
He was gonna call that 6 though. He had it all counted out, ready to go.
I was thinking about it, but
and he's in the tank.
Okay, you can have it. I fold.
Kurt's gonna fold.
Collar, huh?
Almost a 50,000 chip pot.
Yeah.
I should have bet it harder the second. Good fold?
Well, yeah, it was a good fold,
On the flop.
and it was
I
like
should have bet it harder on the flop.
I was trying to think
Yeah.
how could I get better
Might
than
have
what I had,
everybody
and
out
I'm like,
dog calling me, so I lost.
Yeah,
it's gonna get worse than what I had.
Get an ace.
No, I tripped
Luke's
three.
up almost 28,000 off of that one pot. He's still second, right behind Karrissa.
Jan's gonna be big.
You played cards for all the time you
We're
were
at
there.
hand 38
Oh, this
of
game's
500,000, level 5.
Yeah,
He had
since the
it
shot.
stopped in his-
Oh, wow.
Michael's got King Jack.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He's gonna call. Kurt with the pocket threes. Calls it.
Calls?
Jack says yes with two Suga cards. Karrissa folds, Bill folds.
changed.
Luke's got pocket
We used to
sixes.
have 4 tables.
Jan with the 9-7, the connectors.
Not the fancy.
She's gonna call.
Yeah, the text
Maybe
change.
in my shop.
Matt's gonna put in the call.
Big at 8.
Big
Clay
pot,
calls for half price, and John makes it 8,000.
2 games.
Michael's really looking hard at those two Broadway cards.
Very cool.
Then we all got old and died. And
And he throws them away.
think about that, Bill. How
They're
many
on the
are
field
not
when
even
the
here
game's over,
anymore?
but they're still.
I think someone
Just
got
the
hurt.
third. Oh.
You got
Curtis?
Just Chuck and Vicky.
Kurt's gonna put in the call.
8 grand.
There's some
All
that
in
close.
10.
He's all
Jack says all in for 10,000.
Mr. Luke.
She whiz.
Should be 9 back there.
I truly
Is that
want,
9?
Yeah,
I
this is
truly
9.
want some of that, but I can't with my hand.
6,
Man,
7,
really
8, 9.
8,
9,
9.
yeah.
Yeah. But then I already had one in, so 10.
I mean,
Yeah,
This,
you're 9,000
this is a
behind.
straight maker in the making.
10,000 straight.
Yeah.
You fold?
I folded.
I fold.
Luke's gonna fold it. Jan's gonna fold it.
Folds. Mr. Clay? Folds.
Clay folds it out.
So it's 2 to call.
John says with his two, he's gonna call.
To call.
Come this far.
Kurt says yes
Right.
as well.
You got it. Good luck all in.
Y'all can still bet.
I don't know if John even looked at his cards.
Check.
Well, it's not your turn, Curtis.
Oh,
So
sorry.
you can't check, but I'll check.
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 They check it around
Check.
all the way to the river.
Look, so.
Now we show.
You got something?
Kurt throws the pocket threes. Jack turns over a full house. Fives full of jacks.
Wow.
Very
Good
nice.
triple up.
Thank you.
He got the triple up on that one.
Wait, what were the last 2 cards again? It was a 5 and a what?
Jack. Jack 5, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah, the last part was Jack. For sure.
Jack of clubs.
Got it. Cool.
Jade comes in with the king 10 of clubs. Matt in with the queen and jack of clubs. John folds. Michael folds around. Kurt's got the ace 6 of diamonds. 4,000 to call. And Kurt shoves all in
You all in?
Yeah.
for 13,000 effective. Let's see what Jack does here. He's got the king 7 of spades. Lots of club draw out there.
Everybody that's already called.
Jack folds it out. Pocket fours.
Carissa?
Also.
I'm sorry.
Let's see what Karrissa does.
9, 9.
She's really going to have to think about this one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm thinking I'm gonna.
Okay, I'm calling.
And she calls.
Carrissa calls. Bill folds.
Bill folds it out. Luke folds it out as well.
Luke folds. Jan?
Follow you in on this one.
Jan calls.
Jan calls as well. Got 2 callers so far. See what Matt does.
Folds.
Matt takes a look and says, no, thank you. Kurt's got 2 callers, 3 players out here.
They can still bet.
They can still bet.
Let's take a look at the flop.
Check.
And a boat for Karrissa right on the flop. 4s full of 9s. Jan checks it out. And so does Karrissa. Let's see another card. Ace of Hearts. Curt pairs up on the board. Ace is in nines. Jan checks it back to Karrissa, who checks as well. Here comes the river. And a 6 of hearts solidifies it for
Turn
Karrissa.
up, ladies and gentlemen.
Jan and Karrissa both check. They turn up and Karrissa reveals the full house. Fours full of nines. And just like that, Curt is eliminated from the tournament.
Curt has
I had aces,
and
nines.
nines.
Nice hand, Chris.
Full house.
Yep. That's not our first full house either.
Sorry, Curtis.
That's the way it goes.
He's right. That's how it goes sometimes here at Snake Pit Poker Room.
I think she had something big, cause she almost bet and she decided to take it down.
All right, we're at the 2K, 4K level. Clay's got King 9 suited
Michael's gonna
under the
fold.
gun. John folds.
Jack's gonna call.
Michael folds.
Chris is gonna call.
Jack calls with his 10 deuce of hearts.
Mr. Bill.
Chris has got pocket eights. She's going to call the 4,000.
Folds. Mr. Luke.
Bill says no.
Calls. Jan calls.
Luke's gonna
Option
call.
for Matt.
Jan calls for half price, and Matt's going to check it through. Going to a flop.
Jan.
Flop comes out 3, Queen 8. Karrissa with the trips. Jan's got top pair. Pair of queens. She goes all in for 20,000.
Clay says.
Matt folds. Clay says no.
Says, he calls. Carissa.
Jack's going to call.
He's gonna be all in for less. He's got
That's-
7.
He's all in for 17,000.
Spend
Jan's
the
got
lines
him
in the
covered.
fire.
I call him.
And Carissa's going to call.
Okay.
That's a 3-way all in.
17.
He's got
I have
17.
20 straight.
Looks like Carissa's got him.
Calling your 20. So that means we need to pull.
We'll see what the turn and the river have to hold. Jan's got 6 outs. Looks like Jack's drawn dead.
This is everything he can win.
What about hers?
Hers is right there.
Yeah, no,
It's his.
Pictures of my
That's
install.
everything he can win. This
Got
is
it.
between y'all.
got it.
Turn them up, boys
Sending
and
them to
girls.
Ray.
And they show up.
He's got
A hard draw.
Flush draw.
You've got a higher flush draw.
Jan's got the queens and the trip eights. Card comes out king and ace. Karrissa with the trip eights. King ace is the kicker.